Citizens Project is a fearless, bold advocate and an engaging voice that empowers and challenges our entire community to embrace equality, diversity, and separation of church and state. Citizens Project ensures that eligible voters in the Pikes Peak region have the tools they need to fully participate in our democracy.
So all the good things about Citizens Project. I love their work, and especially I love their voter guides. You read them, right?
Yes, I have read them. But the one thing that I really like about them is that they give so much information outside of that. And I love their forums. Once they hosted a forum with the NAACP when I was the president there, and it was really good. It was on the southeast side in a church. And we had people that were there that normally wouldn't get the information.
That's right. I think I was at that forum, and I thought it was pretty well attended, and the questions were great. Citizens Project stepped in and made sure it kept moving, and all the questions were answered.
I wouldn't have been able to sit here and talk with you. This is monumental for me. Because not only do I get to participate, I get to also talk to the marginalized people, the people of color.
Right.
I get to go out and talk to them, and the Citizens Project is there to support me.
Citizens Project knows that people make the most impact in local elections. So every election, a nonpartisan voter guide is produced that includes responses from candidates running for school board, city council, county commission, or state office. Citizens Project asks the questions that no one else is asking, questions about equality, diversity, and separation of church and state. In 2017, Citizens Project published its first ever voter guide specifically for the hotly contested school board race in Lewis-Palmer School District 38. In addition to educating voters, Citizens Project works collaboratively with its partners to get out the vote, writing postcards, making phone calls, and knocking on doors to encourage those who don't vote regularly to participate in every election. Did you know that Citizens Project monitors and works to make positive changes to our community's election law? Working with the Pikes Peak Equality Coalition, Citizens Project meets regularly with the El Paso County Clerk and Recorder and the Colorado Springs City Clerk to advise and give nonpartisan feedback on campaign finance, redistricting, and election administration.
I think it's one of the things that people don't know that we do.
The election administrative work.
The election administration work, and it's so important for our community.
And it's wonky and boring and really technical sometimes, and it's the kind of it is that under the behind the scenes work that's really important for access, for ease of voting, for like for things to correlate across the state, county, city, all of those experiences for voters. Troubleshooting things, and it absolutely goes unnoticed by and large, but when it works, it really helps.
Right, I think it's the work that we're doing day in and day out, and that absolutely impacts lives, and people don't even know that we're doing it.
Citizens Project advocates for robust and transparent public processes to ensure that every citizen has the opportunity to participate and give feedback. The work of Citizens Project has even been recognized by Colorado Common Cause. Citizens Project received the Making Democracy Work Award in 2017. As with so many things, the only constant in election law work is change. For example, recent changes to Colorado law allows unaffiliated voters to participate in primary elections. Citizens Project must be ready to provide guidance and resources to the changing landscape. You might be surprised to learn that Citizens Project monitors legislation and serves as a watchdog to local government. This work often takes place behind the scenes.
All these bills, and we've seen them in Colorado since 2015, so we're ahead of the curve as always,
right.
Have been so broadly written that it would basically let anyone claim that their religion lets them discriminate for any reason, which obviously has impacts well beyond just LGBTQ people. And I think the great thing about working with Citizens Project on these is that you all can activate your folks here in the Pikes Peak region to make sure that they're making their voices heard.
I think it is a great success simply to defeat what somebody thinks is a great idea, which is not a great idea, and they're going to use the state to discriminate against somebody that they don't like.
While the focus of Citizens Project is primarily local, What happens at the state level can have a big impact on diversity, equality, and the separation of church and state. One of the goals at Citizens Project is to publish a legislator report card so everyone in the Pikes Peak region can easily find out how their representatives voted on these issues. Through the generosity of local partners, Lunch Bucket Creative, Lamar Outdoor Advertising, and the Colorado Springs Independent, Citizens Project has sparked conversations about our community values through its compelling and award-winning annual awareness campaigns.
I think sometimes people think we're an inclusive community, but I feel, or we feel at Lunch Bucket Creative, that sometimes we have an unspoken divide that needs to be connected. And the best way to connect that is through dialogue, through conversation.
So people need to be talking.
Absolutely.
About what they care about.
Absolutely, and not only be talking, but I think they also have to be, more importantly, listening to each other.
That would be a lacking American skill.
I would agree sometimes. And often when we don't listen to each other, it doesn't mean that we have to agree, but I think we have to respect each other. And I think that's what has to start becoming the foundation of our community. I believe people aren't here, or Citizens Project isn't here to change your mind. Citizens Project is here to connect in people.
Well, and I think one of the things that Citizens Project does is it creates an opportunity, and a safe opportunity for people to start talking to each other and connecting.
Citizens Project knows that not everyone has seen its awareness campaigns. Think of the conversation that could be sparked if the awareness campaign ran longer and through different media channels. Citizens Project, bold and fearless for over 25 years.